right. Hey, what's up, gang? It's Clint. Welcome to another Welcome to another episode of Versus on the channel. Clint Likes Everything. Every week we do a movie battle. This week we got a crazy movie battle. But before I tell you about it, I need you guys to do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button. At least give us a thumbs up. At least. And today we're going to be doing The Perfect Weapon with Jeff Speakman and Stone Cold, who is Brian Bosworth, Bosworth. Two fantastic movies. But before we get into that, I need to get to, before I just start breaking them down by myself, I need to get my cohort, my brother from another mother, my cuz, my friend, mi amigo. That means my friend in Spanish, in case you didn't know. In case Michelle's watching out there, mi amigo, that means my friend. Curtis, what's happening, man? CB3
what's happening
in the house? Yeah, that's a quiet horn. I got to turn the volume up on that.
In German, it's me.
Go ahead.
In German, it's meinen Freundin schmugen, schmiegen, schmagen.
Oh boy, that's true. That's true. That's exactly how you say it. I'm excited tonight, man. This is gonna be a fun show. Get this out of here.
It is.
This is gonna be a good show. Oh, let's get the chat up. I know we're gonna have our buddy Clink. Clink, if you don't want to be on camera, but you want to be on, I bet you I could toss you a link, and you could say no to the camera. We could just have your audio in here saying, "No, you don't." That's what you. I'd be like, "We're gonna have a fun show," and then you're gonna say, "No, you're not." All right. Okay, that was hilarious. Okay, that was a funny experiment. Let's see who was here. Yeah, Bobby says that was Swedish. He looks like Kurt Russell in a lot of look. Yeah. Oh, let's see. Bakertown's in there. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Man, tonight's going to be fun. These movies are ridiculous. If you don't know, The Perfect Weapon. I first saw The Perfect Weapon with my dad. And we went to see Oscar in the theater. The Sylvester Stallone movie, Oscar, which is a musical. We didn't know it was a musical. We got in there, and we started watching, and me and my dad were like, what the fuck is this movie? And we said, we got to go. So we got out of there and went and just snuck into the next theater over. We didn't know what it was. We just got out of there and went next door, and lo and behold, what is that? Having a bunch of fan noise. Sounds like you have an intercom on.
No, I haven't literally changed nothing.
That's weird. I'll just turn you down over here. Yeah, it got real loud. It's bizarre. Bizarre. Did you have a neighbor peeling out or something?
I don't know. I don't think so. No.
That's bizarre. Okay. Well, anyway, so me and my dad, I was telling the story. Me and my dad went to go see Oscar with Sylvester Stallone, and we're like, "What is this pile of crap?" We both. It's the only movie I've ever walked out of. We went to the theater next door, and it was The Perfect Weapon. And me and my dad went in, and we missed the first couple of minutes, but we didn't miss much. We got in there, and you can miss the first couple of minutes of The Perfect Weapon. You don't need to see it.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, and oh man, and it's still one of my favorites. One, because I saw it with my dad, but two, because of the super rapid fire action of Jeff Speakman, who is a Kenpo martial artist. This is a long movie synopsis right here. An expert, Jeff Speakman, in Kempo karate avenges his Chinatown friend, slain by a mobster in Los Angeles. That's it.
Wow.
I like it. And then the other movie, Stone Cold, with Brian Bosworth. The first one, let's see him, by the way. Jeff Speakman, The Perfect Weapon. I only saw him in one other movie. And then
try him.
Versus Brian Bosworth and Stone Cold. Yeah, he does kind of have that Kurt Russell look about him. He looks like another buddy of mine too a little bit. Stone Cold, he was a professional football player, and then he got a kick-ass mullet and started kicking asses. So and that's what got us stone cold. The synopsis of this movie: a street smart cop goes undercover to infiltrate and bring to justice a ruthless motorcycle gang before they can carry out their plans of tyranny and murder.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, dude, both movies are a good time. I will have to say that the Perfect Weapon, $1.99 on streaming on Amazon, and I would really honestly, if I want to be honest, probably not worth 99 cents quality wise. That was the worst stream I've ever that was like in 480. It was did you have that issue?
Did you get the HD or the SD?
I don't think it gave me an option. I think I got it in like VCD. Like it was so lo-fi. It was like it reminded me of like back in the old days when you had a AOL and like it was like a Windows media file. It's what it was like. Circa 2002. It was fucking terrible. I was like, what? I can't even tell if that's Jeff Speakman. Maybe it's his clone. No, it was like it was it was weird. So other than that complaint, that's not the movie's fault. It was just really bad. I was like, man, I had to think. I was like, it didn't give me any streaming options. I would have picked the better version possibly if I'd have known this was going to happen.
Well, they always default to HD, and I went to SD because honestly, like I've never been able to notice a difference. Now, to be fair, I have a doctor's or an optometrist appointment like Wednesday, so like it might just be my eyes, but I've never like. To me, HD and SD and Super 4K and blah blah. To me, it's not a huge difference. So I went with the SD, and I didn't notice it as much. But then again, my eyes have been getting bad.
Dude, I mean, I have.
My eyes been going out on me.
I do have a 65-inch 4K television. That I was watching this on. I wish I'd have watched it on my phone because I was like, dude, I thought I was watching The Karate Kid for a minute. I couldn't tell the difference. I was like, is this a Muppets movie? Like, what's happening? It was wild. Let's see if we can get into some trivia. Let's see here. The Perfect Weapon movie trivia. I'm going to have this pulled up. Let's talk to the chat here real quick. Stone Cold later on.
Let's see what these guys are doing.
I seen The Perfect Weapon with my dad. It says Jedi Master EJ. And then Bobby says, Boss looks like Kurt Russell. Kind of does.
Yeah.
Stone Cold later on. Curtis found me a great stream for Stone Cold. Yeah, was it the YouTube one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it on YouTube also. Oh, let's see here. Boom. I think I found what I'm looking. Yeah. Oh, this is good. I got some trivia there, and then we'll get some Stone Cold movie trivia. Stone Cold. Awesome. We got trivia on both. Let's see what we got under
Perfect Weapon.
I'm going to do Perfect Weapon. I'll let you do the Stone Cold because since I know you're a bigger fan of the Perfect Weapon, but I'm going to let you. I'm going to make you do Stone Cold, even though you're.
Oh,
yeah.
Darn it!
Darn it.
Get me.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Oh wow. Okay. Star Jeff Speakman signed a multiple picture deal at Paramount. One of the two planned movies was a sequel of this film, and another script Paramount optioned about a cop fighting a terrorist. After the Paramount deal fell through, that script went on to 20th Century Fox and became Speed. Wow.
Jeff Speedman. Could have been Jeff Speedman.
It's Speakman, pal. Let's see here. This title was the third and final part of a Paramount home video 3-to-C rental program, along with the August 1991 releases of He Said, She Said, and True Colors. It was their only release in the program for September. That's a lame
It's weird.
factoid.
That's so weird to me. Like but it's just like weird to me. Like that's all that would do. It was like, okay, so let's pair these movies. He Said, She Said. I don't know what that is. I assume it's a romantic comedy. True Colors and The Perfect Weapon. Like what? What is going on there? That's just.
Let's see here. 4 actors from this movie would work together again in Avatar, in which all 4 voiced characters. Interesting. Although the film has the 18 rating in the UK and the R18 in New Zealand, in Australia, the film is rated M. I don't know what that means. Mature.
Yeah.
Let's see. When the father kicks him out during the flashback sequence, he makes the statement that sooner or later Jeff would kill someone. Jeff makes his way through a lot of enemies, but they are only knocked out or incapacitated in some way. The father is proven right when he kills only one person at the end, Tanaka. Well, now you don't have to see it. Thanks a lot, fucking IMDb. Jeff kills him in self-defense, however, as opposed to the previous enemies he initiated. Okay, whatever. Well, this is boring. Let's move on to Stone Cold's trivia.
Did we already do the synopsis for Stone Cold?
I did. It was a short one too. He infiltrates a motorcycle gang before they carry out tyranny and evil and murder. I almost said murder the way William Wallace says it. Generations of murder. Come back and tell the English.
That does not do justice to this fucking beautiful cinematic masterpiece that is Stone Cold. I remember liking.
Is it really a cinematic masterpiece?
Really is. It really. I remember liking this. I remember I liked the shit out of this movie when I saw it as a kid, and like over the years, like people, it's becoming like it bombed. It bombed at the box office. It was like 20 million, and it made like 9 million or something. Like nobody went to saw this movie, but it's got this cult classic resurgence. Like people are watching it and being like, "Oh shit, this movie's awesome," and like I guess people, or my memory of it over the years has been framed by other people going like, it's like a so bad it's good movie, or so bad it, and you'll enjoy it, and like, no, this is just a fucking badass movie. Like, like this is just a movie. It's just good. Like, and if it's not for you, then like you just don't like these type of movies. That's okay. But like this is just a damn good movie. It's everything from the 80s action movies that you want in one movie, except Arnold, like, but you got Boz, and he like I really like, I was like wondering why it didn't propel him into like, higher status action roles, but those movies were dying off, like once a new decade turns, like the old stuff is like lame and blah blah blah, blah, and they're making like the thriller action movies. They were tired of the just superhero basically action movies. But what Bobby says, there's also a Stone Cold 2
I just
on
saw
YouTube,
that, and I haven't
also
seen that.
with the Boss. Didn't have time to watch it yet. Well, I know what I'm doing after the show. Like this is just a damn good movie. Like it's so good, and like it's, and I'm not being like, that's the thing. Like there's plenty of cheese. Like that, maybe that's what they're thinking. Like to be ironic and be like, oh, I love Stone Cold. Like, but and there's plenty of cheese, but like that's like it doesn't matter. Like it's just a good movie. Like,
Chris says. Clink says, wait, I'm on time. You dudes are early. I don't know what your clock says, but it's 8:33. We start at 8. Today we started at 8:04, and we threw up a 12-minute clock. 12 minutes is just enough time for me to race to the store, grab a sandwich, and maybe a soda, and then jump in the car and race back and get in with about 20 seconds to spare. So, and that's what we did today. So here we go. So yes, we are on time today. We're not running late.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mel is home. She's not going to get in trouble. Thank you, Mel. We don't want you to get in trouble. We appreciate you. But yes, Stone Cold. This is just a good movie, man. This is fucking like, if you're comparing this to The English Patient or like Schindler's List, like, yeah, it's gonna lose. But like, if you're like, I want to have fucking fun watching a movie, then you watch Stone Cold. Like, this is.
Chris, our start time is 8. We usually put on like a 5-minute clock, and usually we're late, but. Yeah, today we did a 12-minute, so we started at 8:15 today, a little bit late, but we had a lot of DC to talk about. Sup, Mel? Yeah. So anyway, dude, when I watched that movie, I was like, dude, this is ridiculous. Like, if you like movies like Cobra or any transporter movie, Boz pretty much paved the way for any of these ridiculous new movies.
Nailed it. Like,
yeah. It's great. Amen, Curtis. I don't know what he's amening to, but we'll.
Because I mean, it's just like, this is just like, it's not a so bad it's a good movie. I was going in like other people framed my memory of this. Like, it's just fucking good. Like, movie is just fucking good. Like, it's not like so bad. It's just, this movie's just badass. Like, like, I wouldn't be surprised if the crew, like maybe not the cast, or maybe the cast too, but like the crew, like, were just like walking around with their balls out, like, not their penises and stuff to be gross, but just like their balls just hanging out of the zippers of their pants. And for women too, they got some badge lips hanging out. Like, that's cool. Like, they're just
Keeping
like,
it
whatever.
Fair.
We're here. We're doing it, buddy. Like, we're making this fucking movie.
That's right.
And the version that we saw was the cut down R-rated version. It was originally rated NC-17. I want to see that version. Like, what, like, let's go. Like, let's do this hardcore. Like, now, like, I mean,
yeah, I thought it was just the whole thing. And when the cops come over to his house, and he's just like, and he's got the model in the bed, and he's like, oh shit! I was like, it was hilarious. I'm like, yep, I'm just a badass cop with a mullet and an awesome apartment or an awesome house.
This?
Yeah.
I mean, do we need to keep talking?
Have you seen this mullet? I mean, seriously, why wouldn't I have this house and that woman in my bed?
But that's the thing too. Like, as cheesy as that is, would you ever walk up to that guy and be like, "Hey, way to go, stupid mullet"?
Hell no.
Like, I mean,
to get your ass.
I pride myself on being a tough guy, and I fucking wouldn't. No, I wouldn't do that. Like,
you get your ass tossed into the liquor display behind the bar if you do that. That's not a wise move.
Hey, way to go, stupid mullet. Like,
well, again, gang, we have The Perfect Weapon versus Stone Cold. I said it. It's Stone Cold. Yep. And we got a fist. We start out with 1 point each because it makes my life easier on the production end. We got a fist for Jeff Speakman because he throws them faster than anyone. And we got sunglasses because fucking Boz forgot his sunglasses in this. And he's like, dude, give me back my sunglasses. This Smiley's about to get tossed into the liquor bottles. All right. And Clink, since you just joined us and you knew my dad, the mullet gets thinner as the movie goes on.
It does, Bobby. It does. Because it becomes a mohawk. I noticed that. It becomes a mohawk.
Yeah. Let's see here. We got a quote here. Housen says, if a movie starts with a grocery store robbery, it's gonna be badass. Yeah, it's the rule. That's the 80s rule. Let's see here. And Mel, Steve Austin, it's not that Stone Cold, okay?
Stone Cold took his name from this fucking movie, baby.
That's right. Yeah. Chris, you missed the intro. I was talking about, I went in to see Oscar with Sylvester Stallone with my dad. It was terrible, and we walked out of the theater and walked into The Perfect Weapon, and my life has never been the same since. So let's get started, man. We're gonna jump into it. The first question: who had the best story? Who had the best story?
You want to go first?
Well, two cliche stories, if I say so. We got rebel cop infiltrating a motorcycle gang. We've got undercover. So that's a pretty classic undercover cop story. FBI. Yeah, it's pretty classic. And then you got rebellious kid who takes karate lessons, and then a family friend gets hurt, and he goes back to kick ass. And of course, the guy's gotta die to launch to light the fuse on the revenge flick. So that's a pretty classic thing too. It's usually some weird guy that helped them when I was a troubled teen, and the guy took them under their wing. That's pretty classic too. Which one's a better story? Also in that story, he goes after the people responsible, only to find out he got double crossed, and they launched a weapon against these people. He got misled while he was in an emotional state into going and hurting others, and he was not thinking clearly and didn't even think, "Oh, I'm being tricked." So you got the villain who actually caused the death, sent this outsider guy off to hurt the other mob people, and then he only finds out that wasn't the way it was, and then goes back to go after the real villain. So I mean, that was an interesting twist to a pretty classic story, because it was effective up until it wasn't.
That's a good point. But
and then also having the kind of Bond villain-esque invincible bad guy, almost like Jaws or something. That big guy with the flower, the killer.
Professor Tanaka.
Yeah, that guy was awesome. Twos, I like that.
Was.
So I'm gonna go with Perfect Weapon. I think the twist on that story, it's pretty basic, but so is going undercover. I've seen a dozen movies where a cop goes undercover with bad guys, and there's going to be there's always going to be a moment where they say, "Hey, you need to pull out of there and end this," and he's like, "No, I'm too far invested," and he keeps going. You know what I mean? It's pretty classic. The simplest things are pepperoni pizzas. One of the simplest things is still one of the most delicious things in the world. So I mean, and that's kind of what Stone Cold does.
So I'll agree with you. Both of these are very simple stories. Like this is with Stone Cold, it is a very simple story. He's going undercover. He has to bring down a biker gang. But Perfect Weapon. It's like you watch any, like I watch plenty of kung fu films. It's like that's, and I've always said like you don't need, if you want to make a good movie, you don't need some grand story. Something happens, somebody gets revenge. Bam, there's your story. Just go with the action. Like that's and that's every kung fu movie ever. Like something, and usually there's some tower in the distance, and they got to fight an old man at the end. Like he didn't really fight young, but like that was but usually like in the kung fu movies, like there's like the last guy's this long ass beard, and he's like, well, like you already beat the big badass, and then it's like, oh, you have to maybe. But like that's any kung fu movie ever. Like it's just like something happens, get vengeance, bam, there you go, you got a movie, and action interludes. The twist of using him as, I wish I would have done more with it, honestly, like because it just made him kind of seem stupid. Not to be mean, but it just kind of made him seem, or just not even John Wick focused, just kind of kind of like witless.
Well, he saw him at the funeral, man. Of course he trusted him.
Well, but I mean, he didn't know him. I mean,
he was in an emotional state, dude. His friend got killed.
True. I mean, very true. Very true. I mean, I'm not saying like it couldn't happen. I'm just like, but it just, and then, so I agree that was a very good twist. I just wish they would have done a little more with it. Like, had him like investigate or like something like that, and then he figures it out, and I was like, oh, Young's like messing me up. Instead of just like he just breaks in and beats up this fat guy, and this fat guy's like, nah, that guy fucked you over, and it's like, oh,
No, that's not what happened. He saw the kid who's like the perfect.
Yeah, he was about to kill the fat guy. Yeah, he was about to kill the fat guy.
The kid is the one that was like, wait, he's cool, and he was like, oh shit.
If he would have figured it out himself, like then that would have made it been like, oh wait, I'm being used here, man. And then they fake the death of Yosam or whatever his name is, and then they do more, like if they had done more with it. Like I really think it was a good twist, but it just if they had done more with it. But it's basically just they're like, okay, I got to go kill Young now. Like, and he goes to kill Young. And
I don't think he was smart though. Like,
yeah, you're right.
I don't think he was smart. They're not trying to. I think he's like, okay, I'm gonna go. He's not the perfect brain. He's the perfect weapon. That's why he got kicked out of the house. He got pissed off and nearly killed somebody. He got kicked out of the house. That's why he got put in there in the first place. And so and then he's like, okay, point me in the direction of what I need to destroy. And then he goes and then when he starts investigating, he doesn't use his skills of deduction and he powers of deduction and skills of connecting dots. He just walked in and kicked the shit out of people. You're gonna tell me where I can find this guy, or I'm gonna break your arm. It was never, that guy was never smart. But
all right, you won me over. Okay,
but he can hit. But he can hit really fast. But he wasn't smart. Like, no way. And the only thing was that the kid, who is like the 2.0 of him, that's being taken care of by his old family friend mentor, is like, oh, you're like me, okay. And then he's like, sees him there. That's the only reason he didn't go in and kill. Walking out of there, he fucked up all of those guards and like hurt everybody in the whole building.
Paralyzed people.
Yeah, he just struts out of there. Sorry, guys. I got some bad info. I didn't even investigate. I just decided to break your arm before I even found out.
Way to get in my way, loser.
Let's see what they say in the chat. What were you gonna say, Curtis?
No, I was gonna say, and two, when his dad kicks him out, it's like, you keep beating people up, get the fuck out of my house. And it's like, if that's how it was, you wouldn't have any children in America. I'm not saying he's wrong for beating people up. It's like he wasn't like this. He acts like he was this unstoppable killing machine when he was a kid, and it was like his mom just died or whatever. Let's I don't know. Then he,
dude, did you see him?
If somebody's picking on your little brother, yeah, whoop that ass.
Exactly.
I don't care if he's a football player. Yeah, whoop that fucking ass. That's how would you teach your family? You're a cop. You know this. You're a protector.
I know parents that would congratulate you for sticking up for your little brother. You know what I mean?
And if you didn't stick up for your little brother, I'm gonna whoop your ass. You. That's your job. I'm the oldest of six. Yeah, that's your whole fucking job. That's it. Yeah.
Anybody ever talks about your mom or messes with your brother, you kick their ass. Period.
That's right. I had a buddy, and he literally not to be mean or gruesome, but he was talking to a guy, and he literally broke this dude's face. He's at lunch, and broke this dude's face, and because he was talking about his mom. And then he went home. He was like, yeah, I went home, and my mom's like, why you blah blah blah, what's wrong with you, blah blah, this and that. And he was like, he was talking trash about your mom, and he was like, then I was in trouble, but I wasn't really in trouble. It was like, damn straight, you don't talk about mama.
It's funny. Let's see. Let's go back to the comments. So we got Clink says, oh, I know your love for Speakman. And then he just declared stone cold. And then Bobby says, both bad, but weapon more redeeming features. Okay.
Story wise,
maybe not ass kicking wise. Well, I'll argue. Well, we'll get to that question. Yeah, but it's still Stone Cold. The bad guys pretty much win the day. They accomplish their mission. This is true. to try to outparty him, he'll leave you in the ozone. I'm guessing you're talking about
That's whenever ice leaves us. William Forsythe.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you don't have any classic quotes like that in Perfect Weapon. Weapon had Mariska Hargitay. Really? Mariska Hargitay. She doesn't say a word. I didn't even notice that.
So whenever we talk about cast, like again, you got the cast, but
I gotta go back and look at that.
Well,
I know Mariska Hargitay later, but I didn't know back then. Cheap Donnie Brasco. I don't know.
Well, yeah, it is. You're right, Bobby.
I don't know. Busey never pulled Keanu back in. All right. Well, let's move forward. Speaking of the cast, who had the best cast? Who had the best cast?
Should be kind of easy, in my opinion. Like, The Perfect Weapon had Jeff Speakman, of course. Had Mariska Hargitay, who never said a line. It did have Mako, who played Kim. That's Conan's sorcerer. If you're not aware, from Conan the Barbarian, that's his sorcerer.
What about James Hong?
James Hong is a big one. That's a big one.
That's a big one. Isn't he in Big Trouble in Little China?
He is, and that's who they based off. What did it say in Mortal Kombat?
Also, Dante Basco. He was the kid in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie.
Yeah, that was I
don't know if you remember. He has a
Volkswagen. Part 2.
He has a Volkswagen thing that's yellow and it's jacked up. It's like a jacked up Volkswagen thing. It looked like a 4x4, like big jacked up, and it was really cool. It roll bars, and I was like, I'd never seen a thing look tough and badass like that, but that one did.
And I think Master Lowe was in Ninja Turtles as well.
What about Kari Hiroyuki?
Kari Hiroyuki, who do you play? Okay. So he was based. So the Mortal Kombat character was based off of James Hong in Big Trouble in Little China, and so that in the people from Mortal Kombat made the big boss in Mortal Kombat after James Hong in Big Trouble in Little China, and Kari Hiroyuki Tagawa played that character in the Mortal Kombat movie.
Uh-huh.
And I think Seth Sakai, Master Lowe, was in the original Turtles movie, I think, but I don't want to lie to you. And Professor Toru Tanaka, like that was Sub-Zero. He's been in a ton of stuff. Like in Running Man was Sub-Zero, now Plane Zero. Like he was like he's been in everything. So they do get some points for that. However,
Stone Cold
has Brian Bosworth.
Who's looking wild now as an older guy. I'm looking at his picture. Dude, Lance Henriksen,
who apparently improv'd all of his lines. That's what it says on the trivia. Improv'd every single line of his. William Forsythe as Ice, which I'm starting to really appreciate William Forsythe more. Like when I was younger, I was like, get this ugly motherfucker out of here. Now that I'm older, I'm like he is a good actor.
William Forsythe is badass, dude.
He really, I didn't want to, I just I'm just saying he was popular when I was younger, and I was like, I don't want to see this fucking guy. Like, get him out of here. He is like, he nails it in a lot of stuff.
He was in Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was the guy that you didn't want to die. Like,
yeah, who had the kids? He's really good at being a biker. Like that's kind of his his thing,
wheelhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Palatocha, who I thought was the Frenchman from or Frenchie from The Boys, who I don't think he is. Uh, let's see. Wow, really? Boy, really cutting it off there? Damn. Arabella Holzbog as Nancy, and who I don't know. Sam McMurray as Lance, his partner, is great in everything and was great in this. His remember the hypochondriac partner, and
Yeah.
he's like, I don't want to, like he's awesome in everything, and he's the guy in Christmas Vacation, and who was talking to, but he's just he's a great character actor. Damn, so we got Lance Hendrickson, William Forsythe, and Sam McMurray. Is that it?
Richard Grant was in a lot of stuff too, a lot of 80s movies.
Richard Grant.
He was the FBI guy.
Let's see.
He was in a ton of stuff. That's what he was. He was in Rocky.
Richard Grant was in Rocky?
Yeah, he was the
Where is it?
Rocky 5.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, he is in it. But yeah, okay. Yes, he is in a bunch of good stuff. He's a great character.
But he's been in a lot of crazy stuff. Well, so we've just looked at a bunch of pictures and talked about characters' names or actors' names. Who do you think has the better cast? We got Stone Cold, and then we got Perfect Weapon. I
mean, now that we talk about it, Perfect Weapon seems like it should be better. But again, cast utilization, that's not the question. But like, honestly, like.
Mm-hmm.
The cast that they had that did what they did was just spectacular in Stone Cold. I'm going to go Stone Cold.
Like, yeah. We got a bunch of people that look like bikers that played bikers well. And we got a bunch of people that look like Asians and played Asians well.
Yeah.
Well, they're Asian, Clint. But, yeah, I mean, it's...
Well, I did notice one of the famous Hawaii actors was in there, like at the bar scene. I was like, "Oh yeah, he's from Hawaii." I mean, yeah, I guess he's Asian, but he's a Pacific Islander. Like, it's like, yeah, you're not Korean, buddy. Or like,
hell yeah. Oh, was it the bartender?
It was. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, Branscombe Richmond. I can't read. Anyway, well, let's. So you're voting for Stone Cold.
I'm Stone Cold.
I'm going Perfect Weapon, dude.
Lance Henriksen versus James Hung. It might be white bias. I'm sorry, but he nailed it better. William Forsythe versus.
He's really good.
Tanaka. I mean, again, it might be white bias, but like he just portrayed it better. And who else did we have? Again, we already said Mauricio Hargitay was kind of wasted. Dante Brasco was fine, but the annoying kid is the annoying kid in every movie. Like, it's still kind of pissed me off.
I'm gonna go Stone Cold. Let's do it. Just for just for William Forsythe alone.
And Lance kind of knocks it out of the park. His character changed. Like,
yeah, he was good too.
Bobby says weapon.
Weapon, and let's see.
Bobby else is Lance is probably stoned and went with it.
Let's see. I don't know. Blah 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 blah. I'm gonna start not washing my ears in the shower on Fridays. That's 20 seconds where I can't hear you. What? Is that because we're just reading and not talking, or is it because are we saying bad things?
No, I think she's gonna like catch up with the rewatch or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Okay. I got out of suspension for defending myself in a fight in high school. Mom let me play PS2. I guarded my little brother.
That's right.
He's now 6'4" and takes care of me. Nice.
That's right. That's what family does. Good job, guys.
In a dojo. That's some good family values, Bobby. Hong Kong is in everything. Badass. Oh, James Hong. I can't read.
James Hong.
More
Yeah.
Stone Cold. Better cast weapon. More known Stone Cold. Better cast weapon. They played those fights so well. My vote is for weapon. All right. Lance.
Fights is a different question, though, Bobby. Be careful.
Lance was probably stoned. Okay, by the way, I asked Google how many movies Hong had been in. Literally said at least 79. Script is lacking, but great cast. Weapon. All right.
Yep.
I have to shower when I get home after work. Blah, 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 blah. No, clean. Okay. So you said
I said Stone Cold.
Stone Cold, better cast. Pretty good. And it's just tough for me, man. And
I mean,
Perfect Weapon's pretty good cast too. I'm gonna go with Stone Cold also, and leaving Bobby overruled unless we get one more call for Weapon, and then we'll if that happens in the next 20 seconds, then it'll be a draw and we'll move on to the next one. Otherwise, Stone Cold wins this.
The heat is on. It's on the street.
Wow! Stone Cold all day, says Clink, throwing the balance way off kilter, making the winner of this one Stone Cold. So let's give him a point. All right. I don't even know if anybody got a. We didn't even decide the points for. I guess we. Oh, we did. We said Perfect Weapon for a point on. Better Story, right? Where's the points? Right.
Yeah.
I didn't give him his fist. You don't give Jeff Speakman a fist. He gives you the fist.
He takes the fists.
He's the perfect weapon. And then for a better cast, which is open for debate, but won this time, we're going to give that one to Stone Cold. All right. Which gets us to the next one. Which one was a better looking movie? Which movie is better looking? This is an easy one. Stone Cold.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, like they're blowing up buildings left and right.
Just his apartment alone. Do you see how clean and 80s sophisticated the apartment was? Or his house, whatever it was. He had all the modern furniture. He probably had those vertical blinds but they were mirror. They were, instead of being white, they're like reflective mirror, and
snap.
Mirror shelves, all mirror everything. Mirror coffee table. 80s was gross, dude. And like white carpet.
Yeah, you couldn't have kids in the 80s. It's just basically
his house looked like a trapper keeper. It was so cool in 80s. It was so radical. They should make a trapper keeper with his mullet.
Meanwhile, Speakman's like crashing like behind dumpsters and shit. Like,
hell yeah, I forgot the iguana pets. The fucking iguana. He's like blending up a Snickers. You're like, no.
So,
oh yeah, go for it, Curtis.
So rewatching this, I'm like, oh, they're doing the classic, action hero thing where he makes a shake. It started with Rocky, and he makes a shake and stuff like that. And he puts like Snickers in there, and then like orange juice, Snickers, potato chips, bananas, and this stuff. And he puts it in there, and I'm like, that's just terrible. And it's like, I guess they're showing him he's like a fucking cop. And he's like, "Hey, Fido," and I was like, "I was giving that to an animal." Like I didn't remember, and I was like, "If you're eating that, like that's fine, but if you're preparing that for an animal, like that's gonna kill him." And I was thinking a dog because, and then I forgot that he brings, he has a monitor lizard that's his pet, and like I was like, "That's just fucking animal cruelty. Like that's just terrible." And
And
then
eggs.
on the trivia, oh yeah, he put some raw eggs in there, and then in the trivia, it says here, and this is what I was thinking. Like I didn't think this whenever I was younger, of course, but now watching it now, I'm like, oh my god, that's terrible. In the trivia, it says the meal Brian Bosworth makes for his Nile monitor is not suitable for that animal. Reptiles cannot digest citrus fruit, orange juice, or dairy / chocolate, Snickers bars. Typically, Technically, potatoes and bananas wouldn't be that bad for a monitor, but the fried food, potato chips, wouldn't be good for it. It's just like uh, just like the candy bar, but potatoes and bananas are not part of the animal's diet either. Now monitors are carnivores, and only the eggs would have been appropriate for it. People who keep Nile monitors as pets would be feeding it pre-killed mice, rats, rabbits, baby chickens, parts of full-grown chickens, ground turkey, ground beef, fish, and other animals that they might feed them, the ones that died of natural causes as well. Like
Bikers.
just
You could feed your monitor bikers when these with these
yeah, might as
bikers.
well. He would be better off feeding. Yes,
That's
he
what you
would be
do when
better off
your
feeding.
biker gives you some crap. You kill his ass. You just feed him to your iguana. Oh yeah, Bobby was like, it was fine until the eggs. The eggs was the only part suitable
The
for that
only thing
lizard.
that he can
That was
eat.
the only thing.
And EJ says, "You take it, and you're gonna like
You
it."
take
And it's
the
like,
fist, you're gonna
yeah,
like it.
you fucking Bosworth, like, come on, man.
But
Like that, he's all like hugging on that lizard, and lizard's like, "Fuck you, man! I don't eat this garbage."
Bobby says both of these movies are set in Los Angeles area. Stone Cold's apartment was sick. I agree. But I had a boyfriend who lived in one like it. I remember when I was a kid, dude. And of course, it comes with an '80s model that looked like, of course, nude, sleeping nude, hilarious '80s trope. Like we had I've told this story before, but when I was in first grade, I lived in an apartment complex at first or second, and I used to go around and throw trash out to people. And as a kid, hey, can I throw your trash out? And I'd go in for like $1. They'd give me $1. I'd go in, collect their trash, go throw it in the dumpster. And there was this one lady, and we called her the prostitute. When I was a little kid too, and this lady used to dress all sexy. Who knows? She might have been a stripper when I was a kid, and I didn't know it. But her what I was describing earlier with the white carpet and the mirror table and the mirror all mirror everything.
Yeah.
It's that's what that lady's apartment. It was super fucking 80s, like super 80s, and went in there and like she like. As I think back, I'm like, oh, she was like a smoking hot 80, like that lady sleeping in Stone Cold's bed is what this woman probably looked like. But as a little kid, I quit throwing her trash out because my mom's like, why don't you go over there anymore? I'm like, I don't know. She doesn't wear a lot of clothes. I was like, and as a first grader, if I'd have gone over there when I was in junior high, I'd have been like, this is sweet. But yeah, but no, as a first grader, I didn't think that was. I thought it was kind of weird, but anyway, but yeah, I totally remember those '80s like decor and like just like the neighbors on Christmas Vacation, which is Elaine from Seinfeld. Like you go over to their house and it's all they're wearing all black and it's super 80s. It's hilarious.
Well, I had the opposite story. Like I live in apartments, and like in the middle of the apartment, it was like really cool apartments. Like they had this playground right in the middle of the complex, like where all the kids could play, and you could like see all your kids playing on the playground. For most of them, and that's where we played. Like that's where all the kids played and stuff like that. And there was one we didn't call her the. Probably should have, but like prostitute mom, but the hoochie mom, we called her like the hoochie mama, and like she was just this hot little thing that just had, and we knew she had kids and stuff like that. But I was like 13 or something like that, and thinking I was like Mr. Tough Stuff, and like, look at me, I've got random muscles now, like, and I was like,
Of
there
course,
were
you're
benches
13.
on the, yeah, there were benches that you would like sit on and watch your kids play, and I was like, like this was a plan in my brain. I was like, okay, if I'm gonna lay on this bench and maybe like she'll like just come out and like sit on my face, like maybe that'll happen.
So on to the next category.
No, but
uh,
just say like it's so stupid. It's so and I'm like whenever I'm talking to my middle school students, I'm like, "What are you thinking about? What's wrong with you? Like, why would you even think that?" And then I like think about me like that time, and I'm like, "Well, okay, fair enough, man. Like, all right." Okay, I'll give you another day on your homework. Fine, whatever. You're thinking about the apartment hoochie sitting on your face. Okay, hey, let's move it along. You don't think with your brain at that age. Like, you just don't.
How does this relate to who had the best music?
Did we answer the last one? What was the last one?
Which one was a better looking film? We
decided Stone Cold.
Stone Cold.
I
got to give him the point. Which movie sits on your face? Curtis, what are you doing? Okay.
13, I was like, may I know, but like to me at 13, I was like,
just
maybe
move
this
on.
will happen.
Let's just move
maybe
on.
It'll happen.
Let's move on. Who had the best music?
I gotta go Stone Cold. I
Stone
know they
Cold.
did Power repeatedly in
no,
movie.
I'm taking. I forgot about. I got the Power. That
it hit at the right times.
It totally hit at the right time. Getting kind of hectic. It was perfect during the fight with the trill on the saxophone. It's perfect.
Yeah.
And
but
also like you can also only hear like biker music so many times in a. I don't even know that they use that song, but they might as well have.
But at the same time, whenever like at certain points when they use the music in Stone Cold, like it would just hit perfectly. Like whenever at the end, whenever Lance Henriksen pulls a gun from the cop and he's like that, and then his partner, the hypochondriac guy, shoots him, and he's like, and then like, it's just like so perfect. It was like, yeah, and he's like, I thought I had to come in at some point or something, whatever he said, like it's just so perfect. Like,
I think you live your life with an electric guitar in the background as your personal soundtrack.
Yeah. It's
You're like, when are you going to come sit on my face?
She's like, I got like 4 kids.
So the winner for the best music, let's ask the chat. Who had the better music? Bobby says Stone Cold, but I don't know if she's talking about the music.
Yeah. She mentioned it earlier.
Clink?
She's ahead of the game, baby.
Clink, who do you think?
Well, Clink doesn't know anything about music anyway.
He sure
so
does.
Might as well just.
He probably did some dance to the Snap is the artist who sings I got the power. Snap. Yeah. Not to be confused with KLF.
13-year-old me couldn't do this, but it's...
Okay, well, Bobby says Stone Cold. Clink, what do you think? What's your call? I got the power by Snap for points. Is Phil still here? Or did Phil even pop into this stream? I guess that was the last one.
Yeah, that was the last one. I don't know if Phil's here. He might be watching though. We got a good people watching, not everybody in chat. Phil, if you're there, come on.
Yeah. I got the power. Yeah. Fuck yeah, I clinked it. So which one has the better music? I need a tiebreaker. Right now I got Bobby and Curtis are saying Stone Cold. I don't even think that there's any music that I recognized from that, but I will take I will take the
I didn't-
snap. I got the power challenge all day.
Looks like you got it. Looks like you got it.
No. He just said
I mean-
I have the power, He-Man. That has nothing to do. That's just what he says when he holds his magic sword.
True.
Don't call it the Sword of Omens or the Thundercat. People will get mad. Oh. Clink did the splits.
He said he's not even joking.
I know he's not even joking. I'm not even joking. So does that mean that Perfect Weapon has better music than Stone Cold, or does Stone Cold win the award? Okay, I rooted.
That's the most
That's vague.
wishy-washy. Are you running for Congress, dude? What does that mean?
That's vague. We need a definitive decision. That's right. Jedi Master EJ knows what's up. I told you. Music was more integrated into the music in Stone Cold. Into the story, I think you mean.
I agree with that.
Yeah. I think I will ensure that the splits come up in every episode. This is Clint's fault. It's getting kind of hectic right now. It's getting kind of hectic. Not to be confused with KLF. It's going to rock you. I got the power, like I said before. Okay.
He's going with it. All right.
All right. So that is a tie.
All right.
Because Clink is being
Moving
vague.
on.
Clink's being vague. So we got
He's running for Congress. So.
All right.
I'm for Stone Cold. However, I did do the splits till I've got the power. So
Just saying. Also,
all things are good. Puppies are nice. I like kittens. America.
and then foot under the stall in the airport bathroom. Key up. He's got my vote. All right. Acting. Who had better acting? It's a draw. On the last one is a draw. We're gonna move forward from this day forth, making this a better era for movies. Which movie has better acting? That is the question. In question.
Stone Cold.
Yeah. I'm
Lance
trying to think.
Henriksen alone, man. Like Lance and Forsyth, and like that's what I mean. So cast wise, we were wondering, but like, and not to be fair to Tanaka and Young play their roles, but they play character actor roles. Lance Henriksen and Forsyth, although we do agree that Forsyth is basically damn good at playing a biker. He's played other roles and they're playing dude like Lance Henriksen at bare minimum is the best actor out of both of these films combined. And he just knocks it out of the park.
William Forsythe's pretty kick-ass actor.
He is. No, I agree, but again, we've kind of like that. He's kind of in his domain here, like where Lance Henriksen, when it was in Aliens, he was in Alien, he was in Pumpkinhead. He played he's played tons of different roles, and then to play this, cruddy biker role, like it's not like he plays cruddy bikers all the time, and he just killed it as the boss of the bikers. Like he just,
Dude, Brian Bosworth played a badass. Acted as a badass better than anyone could. I'm gonna go for
he did
Stone Cold. I'm kick ass. That's pretty much what he told her, which is kind of what Jeff Speakman did, except he's like, I want my dad to accept me. I'm also badass. It just didn't have the same gravitas,
Yeah, but I don't want to fight. But I should. But I need to. But I should. And that's what I mean. Like his dad's like, My son's a badass. Get the fuck out of my house.
I don't
Like,
want to fight, but I should. That's
like,
pretty accurate. Forsyth
didn't
played
have
an
enough-
evil punk rocker in on Chips, so there you go.
I haven't seen Chips.
The point,
The original or the movie?
the one with Eric Estrada, man. You remember him?
I do.
We're
Yeah,
gonna-
that's what I mean. The original. I haven't seen the movie. I know the original. Yeah.
We're giving Stone Cold gets this one. Good old Guy Forsyth came in clutch with the acting. Yeah. Key up. He's got my vote. All right, Boz was Boz. Not much of a stretch. No real standout acting, but Stone Cold wins for Boz being Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell, excuse me.
Yeah, like basically playing Kurt Russell. Yeah, like
Basically.
yeah, he was like you're right, Bob. Like you know, he didn't act that much, and that's like she texted me. She was like, he looks like Kurt Russell, and it was like, if he just had the charisma of Kurt Russell, he would have been a fucking bazillionaire, you know, movie star. Kurt Russell just got that charisma, man. He could just like if Kurt Russell's in a movie, I want to see it. Like,
dude, look
period.
at this. Look at this mullet. Whoa, I didn't want to grow you. I wanted to watch
can't
the
grow my mullet that way. I wish it worked that like that.
Look at this gloriousness. Holy crap.
Wow.
Dude, that's
Dude.
just great.
I want a Jesus fish. Does he have a Jesus fish?
No,
on,
that's
fish on the side
it's
of
like
his
a
head?
hive kind of a thing. It's like a indigenous cave dwelling drawing on his side of his head. I think that's a deer running across the prairie. There might be like rain or a sun or something coming. Maybe
Okay.
it's wild. You see it?
That's
it's like
that, you know. That's right after Bo Jackson ran his ass over, right? Like, you know, like everybody was like, the Boz is the best thing in the history of the world. And Bo Jackson was like, yeah, all right, man, whatever. And then like everybody was like, oh my God, it's Bo Jackson versus the Boz. And Bo Jackson just ran through him like it was nothing. And touchdown, Bo Jackson.
Dude, that is definitely a cave dweller carving on the side of his head. I think it's supposed to be the Predator.
That might be Bo Jackson's footprint.
That's
like,
the Predator.
Like we need to look at the bottom of Bo Jackson's cleats because that might be Bo Jackson's cleats print. On the
that is the that is the draw in hand drawn story of the movie Prey, which is on Hulu now. Go check it out. Wow. Mohawk out of control.
He fell asleep and his dad ran over his head with the lawnmower.
That was no accident. It's a space station. Let's see. All right, so we got acting out of the way. Well, let's see who had better characters. That's an interesting question. They always come up right next to each other, but characters and actors means two completely different things. And
I will say, when we were mentioning story, I didn't think about this bit, but character-wise, his older brother or younger brother being the detective on the case was a great, like, that's, I mean, they had a lot of great story threads that should have been explored more. Like, I really enjoyed that. Like, you know, his dad kicking him out because he beat up people was kind of stupid, but like him and his younger brother being the detective and, you know, going for it, like, was a really great story thread. So I really enjoyed that character in the Perfect Weapon. The others were fairly standard, but
I'm watching Prey. What you dudes shut up. I'm excited to see Prey. Guys, I'm going to tell you, Curtis and I both saw this today. And
it was fucking awesome.
It was fucking great. It was really good. And in the future, we will be comparing Prey to something else. I'm excited about that.
For sure.
I also, being that we all love movies here, if you didn't hear the stream earlier, I saw Bullet Train with Brad Pitt, Zazie Beetz, whole bunch of other people. It was a really fun movie too. So if you like action movies, Guy Ritchie a la Tarantino Mystique with a fun ensemble feeling of like Ocean's 11, but weird, quirky action and banter and stuff between a bunch of likable characters, go check it out. Somebody was complaining about the CG for the train or something. I don't know. I didn't really go to for the badass CG of the train. I went because I wanted to see Brad Pitt and see all these characters talk and do their thing. And so it's one of those things like Snatch where there's a lot of dialogue and stuff, and it's really good. So anyway, go check it out. Go check out Bullet Train. Go check out Prey when we're done talking nonsense, because they're both really fun movies. So are either movie going to change my life? No. It's not like Braveheart, where I watched Braveheart in the theater 6 times. I don't think I'm going to see Bullet Train in the theater 6 times, but I sure had a good time yesterday. So anyway, moving forward, I might go see Prey 3 or 4 more times. That was really fun.
Yeah, I'm going to rewatch Prey for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah.
So we got we got characters out of the way. So who do we decide?
No, we didn't decide. We started talking about.
We
Prey.
just started rambling about random shit. Bobby says weapon for better characters. We got weapon. You got Jeff Speakman. You got Macao, who plays Kim, the uncle. My favorite character is the big giant guy who puts the hitman guy.
Tanaka.
Yeah.
Professor Tanaka. Like, that's to me. So they're both fairly standard, but in Weapon has the guy, like, so here's the thing. Main character, again, Speakman's kind of stupid, like, and that's, he is the perfect weapon.
He's a weapon, man.
You point and click, or you point and stab, like, that's, and so he does fit that role, but like, he's kind of stupid, like, whereas Bosworth is calculating. Like, the FBI wants to shut it down. He's like, I can get you the mafia and the bikers all at once.
What does that have to do with characters? We're going for
because
characters.
Who's a better character? Who do you want to be? Who do you want to watch? Do you want to watch a guy who goes, so if you just go, hey, look, it's that oak tree that killed him, and he's like, and he goes and punches the shit out of the oak tree, or the other guy who's like, no, it was this guy who talked to this guy and did, like, what character do you want to watch? Like, let's be honest, like, and
just because you are a character doesn't mean you have character.
Right, Speakman. Like, I mean, like, he's very good at punching stuff, and like that's something he's gonna win later. But like, character wise, he was like, you could have, like, he was just kind of stupid. Like,
what about the uptight brother? That was an interesting character. Then you got
that's what I'm saying. He probably, like, he was probably one of my favorite characters that they should have developed more. The kid I could have done without.
He was kind of an obnoxious street kid. What about the devious crime lord? That was another character.
Which one, Young or
the devious one?
Well, that was Young. Yeah,
that was Young. Young.
I mean, like, he was good, but it just, like, that's, again, like, they had all these great ideas, they just didn't develop enough. Like, they should have had him using Speakman more, or Speakman figuring it out, like, instead of just like, yeah, go fucking attack this guy, and he's like, okay, like, and he just does.
We're talking about interesting characters,
right? And so for me, Bosworth, he's already suspended. He walks in, breaks up this grocery store heist, and he just doesn't have to. He's a suspended cop, and then gets pulled onto this FBI thing to infiltrate bikers, and does. And then they're like, you know what? We got enough here. And he's like, no, I can bring everybody down. And he so he's pushing the story further. Like, so as a main character, he's already, like, above the rest. And villain wise, Young's kind of treacherous and this and that, but like, this guy, Chains, does and or wants to and does kill the guy running for governor. Like they kind of even it out because like he got just the way he acts, the guy running for governor, uh,
Yeah.
the DA is a shit. You can tell he's kind of a
Those are some
shitbag.
good characters too. That
Like,
one guy, for sure. It's
yeah,
Chains. Chains is a good character, for sure. He's just like the leader and gave zero fucks. William Forsythe was an interesting character, paranoid and
right.
and
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 and that's the thing. No, that was perfect too because he's number two. William Forsythe is number two, and then Bosworth comes in out of nowhere, and so your number two's automatically going to be like fuck this guy, get him out of here, like blah blah, because he knows this guy's coming up. Like it
Lance.
made a good dynamic.
Yeah, Lance, the partner, was a good character. He's kind of a weird germaphobe weirdo. Like I'm gonna go with Stone Cold on the characters. So like the Perfect Weapon.
And
I feel like there are a lot of generic characters in this, with the exception, man. I love the big hitman
yeah,
guy, but and Kim, the friend of the family, was a good, but a lot of it was just kind of cliche stuff. They weren't, with the exception of the big. I loved that the big hitman guy because he was reminding me like a Bond villain, like of Jaws or something. You know what I mean?
he even had his special way of killing, like
Yeah.
headbutting people.
Yeah, and taking the flower out before he commits murder and stuff. All right, so we're gonna go with Stone Cold on this one. Get the point. Give you some more sunglasses there, Mr. Bosworth. Boom. All right. Back to it. Which movie made you want to take karate lessons more?
Well, this is a tough one.
Yeah.
No, Perfect Weapon absolutely made me want to take karate lessons more because this is what was beautiful about both these films. These guys would get their asses beat to shit, and they'd have like a bloody lip and like a little, little bruise under their eye or something like that. They'd just get beat to hell, and like a bloody lip and a little bruise under their eye or something like that. And so Speakman speaks for himself. But if Stone Cold had known karate, he would have won a lot of those fights earlier. And so, bada boom, bada bing.
Yeah, I think you're right, man. And dude, I will never forget when I first saw this movie. There's like, when I pick up drumsticks, which happens probably more than most people because I'm around music and stuff. When I pick up drumsticks, I'm like want to be like, and I'm like, and there's some fights, some things where he's like, and I'm like, how the fuck did he do that? When you take out 5 dudes, when you chase a car 3 blocks, and don't catch the car, and then 4 or 5 dudes try to jump you and steal your wallet. You want this money? This money? Fucking badass. I'm taking karate lessons Monday. It's happening. James, what's up, dude? James says subscribe. Did he say it? He didn't say it. Subscribe and
show the
Perfect
mullet.
Weapon. Clink.
Show the mullet.
Oh, show the mullet. I don't have that picture. Oh, yes, I do. Okay.
Yes, you do. Put up the football picture. The mohawk.
Oh, I could just do that. No, I have specific picture that I need to bring in.
Yeah, we're very diligent when it comes to our mullet references.
No, I had some very specific photos that need to be shown. Oh, there it is. Here we go. Do a little scrolling real quick. Dude, that is glorious.
Boom, baby.
Look at that gloriousness. That one's pretty sweet.
It's what we all aspire to, basically.
I mean, basically. Oh, look at this. This is just good stuff here. I mean, Best Mullet Award definitely goes to this.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Look at that one. Oh, man. Look at that mullet. That is just quality right there.
Yeah. Double dyed.
One more.
I mean, bam.
I mean, are you going to mess with that? No, you're not going to mess with that.
Anybody committed to a haircut like that, just don't fuck with them. Just don't, like, if they're like, I don't care what, if you're like, that's a stupid haircut and they're that committed to it. If somebody's walking around with a fucking dildo strapped to their forehead and they're committed to it, just don't
look
mess
at this.
with them.
Look at this. If you move this a little, if you cut the back of his mullet off, he kind of looks like Homelander. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring back the Boz.
All right. That was fun. So the question is, which one makes you want to take karate lessons? We gave the point to Perfect Weapon. And now, which movie cheers you up more?
Ooh, that's a good one.
What was that sound you just made? Ooh.
Zoinks.
Zoinks, like, I would have gotten away with it, too, if it would have been for you meddling kids. Ooh. Like, let's go, Scoop.
I'm going to go. So, cheers me up more specifically.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Stone Cold. I got so much joy from rewatching this movie. I really, really enjoyed this movie as a kid. I loved the shit out of this movie. And like I said, other people like painted it as like this, oh, so bad it's good, or blah, blah, blah. And it is cheesy, but it's just everything I want in a movie. Like, this is just my movie. Like, and it was just so good. I got to go with Stone Cold.
Stone Cold. Man, I really enjoyed seeing Perfect Weapon. I got the nostalgia. I hadn't seen it in so long. I mean, ages. And it was really fun for me to see it and remember and see the parts where he really is kicking ass. Really, the fast hits and stuff.
Yeah.
People break into his house and he's like, like when he finally gets pissed, when he's trying to get information, he finally gets pissed and it's like, he's like, okay, and just like over the top. Yeah. And it's just like, you just start laughing. It's so over the top. That brought joy to my heart. But I think if I were to rewatch, like, I think I would have to go with Stone Cold, because I think maybe Stone Cold I could see 6 months from now, where Perfect Weapon, I don't need to watch that movie again for a while. You know what I mean? Like, it holds a super special place in my heart, but I think I can watch explosions every day. There's enough helicopter explosions and motorcycle flying into a helicopter, and like that covers more bases. It covers, I mean, just violence and ridiculousness. It's all the things you get when you watch a movie like
and
The
when
Transporter.
You needed a titty, there was a titty. Like, you're like, I feel like there should be a titty in this scene. There was a titty.
Yep.
Just like, that's the movie. I'm just saying.
Like, so we're gonna give this one to Stone Cold. Stone Cold, baby. I do love me some Perfect Weapon, but I got to give this one to Stone Cold. I think it would.
Bobby says Stone Cold, more outrageous plotline. I agree. Clink says Stone Cold happy. And Mel says appreciate the titty. That's right. Like,
that's right.
You even got some man titties in Stone Cold too. Like, that's good stuff everywhere, left and right.
Well, I mean, dude, you want some man titties? There's some man titties,
And- oh,
and
we
there's
should have
man
put that.
titties. You got
Who
both.
looks? We should. Who looks better in jeans, the Boz or Speakman? Because I'm telling you,
I'm gonna cover these bad boys up.
I'm a married straight man, but Speakman was just killing in them jeans. Like he was just like, oh, I'm not. I just he'd be whooping ass in jeans. And I'd be like, God damn, look at that motherfucker. I'm just saying, we can get into that. But
All right, moving forth. Which one is the better Christmas movie?
better Christmas. I gotta go.
Boom.
Perfect Weapon. Like it's got a kid character. It's my children don't have to see baby feeders. Oh my god, But then again, my children don't have to see the fucking horrible, white supremacist Nazi film as well. So we're not really watching Stone Cold on Christmas.
We're gonna go.
But
with
I can see myself watching. We're gonna go.
I back that. We're gonna keep the. We're gonna keep the white power motorcycle gangs away from Christmas. We'll look at.
Yeah.
We'll give that one to a Perfect Weapon.
All holidays matter, Mel. All holidays matter.
Yeah. Much stretch jeans. I wonder if they're Chuck Norris action jeans. That's what I wonder.
Even if they were, he was just killing it. I was like, damn, Speakman, why didn't you? I was like, this is a good looking dude. Why didn't he go further? And then I saw him now, and I'm like, oh, he looks like somebody's fucking dad. When did that happen?
Which one is the better date movie?
Ooh. Okay.
Which one is the better date movie?
I get some weird vocalizations going on tonight.
Ooh.
Oh,
Indeed.
yeah.
Weapon? Bobby says Weapon. Better date movie.
You got the kid. They both came out in 1991. They are both the debut of two action stars, Bosworth and Speakman.
I'm going with Perfect Weapon. I have a feeling if I'm on a date watching Stone Cold, I might slap my date on the ass and be like, "Hey, mama, you stay quiet and sit in your place." And then I'd be like, "Sorry, I don't usually act like this. It's these white supremacist, white power guys that are turning me into a douchebag." You'll buy me some popcorn if you know what's good for you.
Is there even a love interest in Perfect Weapon, though?
At the end, when he saves the day and goes into that Kempo
girl that he slightly looked at earlier.
You didn't hear the remix that was in there? It was all of a sudden. He walks into the old Kempo studio and it's it's getting kind of, and then it was like a bow chicka bow bow. It just, the look she gave him was like bow chicka bow bow. You're back. It's been years. Yeah, and you killed the mob guy.
At least in Stone Cold, he saves the gross, probably disease-oriented, biker chick from her dilemma, and she hates him for it, but
yeah, if I'm on a date and then they're like, yeah, 3 biker chicks taking a shower, that's what I'm talking about, I'm gonna get in trouble with my date. There's pretty skeezy shit going on.
Yeah, then you'd be like, well, what's up? Boz had his shirt off half the movie. What's up with that?
That's
you didn't
how you
complain
fight
about
that,
did you? Did you? Huh? What's up with that? I don't know. I don't know.
He is pretty badass. I mean, with a mullet like that, you'd be like, dude, let's go watch some Stone Cold. Hell yeah. You wanna drool over that mullet as much as I do.
Again, confidence is the main thing when it comes to attraction. Like I said, somebody could walk up with a dildo on their head, and you could be, but if they're doing it confidently, people will be like, I don't know,
That's a nice
guys, something
dildo on your
about
head.
this person. Like, yeah, you got a
Yeah,
good
just good
dildo
looking
going on there.
dildo on your head.
Like, and Boz rocked it, whereas Speakman was like, I don't want my dad to be mad at me for beating up people. Like, so,
Dude, Speakman rocked that brown leather jacket pretty hard. And didn't put up
Speakman was badass. Dude, and why? No, and I was
sleeves
okay.
pulled up.
What? Why is that so cool? It's so fucking cool. Like, I was watching that movie and I was like, he's wearing a fucking jacket, but it's a leather jacket. You know, it's hot as shit, and he got the sleeves rolled up. That's so stupid, but it looks so fucking cool. Why does that look so cool? I was like literally watching the movie and I was like, he looks so fucking cool right now, but it's like, it's so stupid. It's a leather jacket. If you're hot, just take the jacket off.
Curtis,
rolls up the sleeves.
do you wear sandals
don't get
with do you wear sandals with socks on?
If it's appropriate.
Okay, just checking.
Like, I'm a function over form guy. Like I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me. But he looks so fucking cool in that shit. Like, he looks so cool. Like, and it's like, just take the fucking jacket off, dude. Just take it off. Like, it bothered me the whole time. But it's like, he looked damn cool.
He
in
looked
that
cool.
fucking,
Way cooler
he
than
looks so
without.
cool.
When is that appropriate, Curtis? I don't know what she's talking about. To wear a jacket with sleeves rolled up?
Right. When is that appropriate?
Anytime you feel like it, it's appropriate. If you're the perfect weapon. I'm the perfect weapon. So where are we at? Date movie. Which one was a better date movie? I think
Oh, God,
I think honestly, I think Stone Cold is a more entertaining movie. It's more fun. It's over the top or ridiculous. And so I think there's more to talk about and have fun. When you're on a date, you're wanting to have fun. You know what I mean? Like,
if I take a girl to see Stone Cold and
Yeah.
she's like, that was awesome, we're getting married. Like, if I
you're
take a
married
girl to
already, dude.
see-
That already happened.
I know.
That's
No,
didn't
she hadn't seen. I know, but I mean, like,
You're like, let's go.
But if I take a girl to see Perfect Weapon, she's like, yeah, that was good. Blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm like, all right, we might keep dating. If I take a girl to see Stone Cold, she's like, oh my God, that was so fucking amazing. I'm like, all right, let me go buy a ring right quick. Hold on.
Or if she's like, that movie was terrible, you're like, okay, we don't need to be together. I'll see you later.
When is sandals and socks appropriate?
Oh. I just figured since he thinks it's cool to have your sleeves rolled up on a brown leather jacket, he might also rock that look with socks and sandals at the same time, you know? Like, all right, I'm going to go to 7-Eleven rocking my brown leather jacket with the sleeves rolled up and I got sandals with socks on.
If I've been working in the yard and I've been wearing my shoes, my working shoes, and I got to go do something, I got to run to the store right quick, but I don't want to wear my working shoes. I'm taking my working shoes off, but I ain't taking my socks off because I ain't going to dirty up some more socks.
Okay.
I just slip my sandals on and mosey on out.
Who had the best stunts and fight choreography? That is a tough one because one had badass fight choreography, the other one had badass stunts.
Damn. I was going to say Perfect Weapon easily, but
I don't know, dude. There's a lot of stunts.
but
Think
you're
about
right.
all these motorcycle through the buildings and
That's what I
people
was thinking.
flying
I was just thinking
off.
fight choreography. Perfect Weapon has it easy. But stunts, that's like shit.
People getting tossed out of helicopters. People, all kinds of crazy stuff going on in that movie.
And one of the things I wanted to bring up too is when the Italian guys roll by and they see Tool collecting money, and they just throw a fucking grenade at him and like blow his ass up. But then they get Bosworth and they don't want to shoot him because he's like one of the biker guys. Like, and they don't even know him. Like they're like, we're not gonna shoot this guy. Like, and then he whoops their ass, you know. But it's like you just grenaded a guy on the street for no reason. Like, he was just standing there on the street and you threw a grenade at him. like, but they're like, we're not going to shoot Bosworth. Like, it's just so stupid.
What?
But like, anyway, back to
Also, when Brian Bosworth says, "Okay, it's time to," I don't remember what his phrase was, but he was like, "It's time to go all in." I think it might be what he said, and he ends up going and shooting the trailer off of the 18-wheeler, and it explodes.
yeah, fuck yeah.
Oh, I have to take a picture of you guys real quick.
And the car chase, yeah, like who guys?
You guys, everybody out there. All right, you can keep talking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, they both had car chases, but
Other than that,
explosion wise, damn, this might be a tie because honestly, explosion wise, Stone Cold wins, but fight choreography wise, Perfect Weapon wins. Like Bosworth went in there and he punched some guys and he whooped some ass. He beat the big guy, like that was fun, but it wasn't like Speakman style fight choreography. Like it wasn't. So this might be a tie. Like
yeah, you want to call it a tie
explosion versus.
because the fight choreography.
I would. Honestly.
Yeah, it's way better. I mean, way over the top. There were some pretty basic fights in Stone Cold where just like
very basic,
very basic. And then you get into the martial arts that's happening in Perfect Weapon was badass,
which was insane. Yeah,
yeah. And then especially when they tried to steal his wallet, and he's like,
yeah,
so stupid.
I mean, if you go to see Perfect Weapon for a shoot 'em up, it's not gonna work for you. If you go to see Stone Cold for a martial arts movie, it's not gonna work for you.
Yeah.
We'll
call it a draw. I like that. I think we'll call it a draw. Where are we at with points? Boom. Stone Cold's kicking ass, man. Kicking ass. Which movie made you hungrier?
Just got Chinese food, so I guess Perfect Weapon. Not to be that guy, but wasn't Korean food, but
it definitely.
Asian
If
food.
you're talking about the milkshake part of Stone Cold, definitely not that.
No, God, no! Don't. Animal cruelty is terrible. Don't do that.
That man, I want to eat a lizard right now.
Alligator's good. Alligator's good.
Yeah, I don't remember any meals in Perfect Weapon or anything that would make me hungry. What do you guys think? Which one made you hungrier?
Hungry? Perfect Weapon. Yeah. Yeah.
Chinese food does sound pretty good. All right, Perfect Weapon. Make it a comeback.
Don't sing it, just bring it.
All right. Now, which movie holds up?
In my opinion, Stone Cold absolutely holds up. Like it's just like to me, it was even better watching it this time than the last time. This now, to be fair, this is my first time, I think, viewing the Perfect Weapon. I may have seen it when I was younger. I just didn't remember it. But
I think besides the kick-ass fight scenes in A Perfect Weapon, it felt like an old movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Stone Cold, it feels like an 80s movie too, but like.
But honestly, it almost felt more relevant because like all the people in Chain's gang, just like once Chain's was taken over, like they just decided to leave and join the Republican Party. Like, sorry, like
boom,
they just like
yeah, it was wild. holds up, Stone Cold. I think we got the winner on that one. Pew, 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 pew. We got this. Yeah. All right. Bam. Okay, let's see which holds up. Okay. I don't even remember what this one. Who had a more tragic life?
Fucking Perfect Weapon, dude.
Perfect Weapon by far. Try
His
to do the
dad
right
was just
thing.
like,
Mom
yeah.
died when he was young. Has to come
And this-
back, go kill the guy who killed his
who
mentor.
basically helped raise him. Like,
Yeah, has to go kill him. When he tries to go kill that guy, he ends up almost killing the wrong guy. And I mean, the only good thing that ever happened to him was Mariska Hargitay at the end. And it's like, it's getting kind of hectic. That's about it. That's about the only good thing that happened to that guy the whole movie.
Well, and then supposedly there are, for the outtakes of or cutouts of Stone Cold, there's a whole like backstory to his life and stuff like that. But we don't know that from the viewing we saw. We don't know that, and it's like seems like he's got it pretty fucking good.
His
he's just
life's-
gotta like, yeah, he's okay. Sleeping with supermodels and shit. Like,
Yeah, he's got a
all right.
kick-ass apartment, naked supermodel, a big-ass lizard that he feeds Snickers to. It's pretty good. He's doing pretty damn good.
Yeah.
He's doing way better than I am. I got to say that.
Yeah, you can afford to buy full bar Snickers to feed to your animal. Like I was just looking at like cat food available. Like come on, man. Like,
I'm just
you're,
like, you
buying
can afford a
bars?
Snickers?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's like
Just one?
one Snickers costs more than a whole can of cat food. Like
Inflation,
but,
baby.
Speakman, yeah, he had it rough, man. Like his dad's just beating him to hell for being tough. Like I don't get it.
I protected my little brother, and now
It's
I'm
like-
getting kicked out.
This is how you know I'm a dad. It reminded me of Frozen. In Frozen, when they lock Elsa away, and they just lock her away, and it's like instead of developing her powers and getting her to use her powers for good, like any good superhero movie, they just lock her away, and that's what he did with Speakman. He just pushed him away. Like, no, develop your powers, son. Use them for good.
What a bummer,
Speakman
man.
and maybe Speakman should play Elsa in the live action version.
I think you're right about that. Yeah, I was just thinking about another movie that was like that had the same kind of thing, and you completely fucked me up when you said start talking about Elsa. I cannot remember who I was thinking of, and I'm like, what was that? Like, but he was doing pretty good. He had a Mustang in the beginning, and like, oh, you're like, his life's pretty good, and then they let you see what's underneath the beautiful red paint of that 60s Mustang. They're like, here's what's behind that facade.
His dad doesn't even want to talk to him, and it's like, I just beat up a fucking guy that was picking on my brother. Like, what the hell? Like, did I do? Like, how perfect can you be for this fucking dad? Fuck that
Tragic.
guy.
Did I just give the point to did I just
give it his Perfect Weapon?
I think I just did. Yeah. So
Okay.
who had the best kills?
Ooh.
Well, there weren't many kills.
Speakman only had one kill, and it was kind of lame.
Fuck that. He threw a chain link and caused an explosion. That was pretty badass.
Wait, with Tanaka?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was
did.
fighting
Okay,
him.
fair enough.
Is fighting him, and then he ended up with the gas blowing out on him, and then he
He
threw a chain link, and the chain link, there just happened to be two chain links sitting next to him, and then he just happened to land on, and he just threw those things.
But they
and
they
it
made
caused
the
a
point
spark.
earlier. They made the point earlier to show when he was hitting with the chain, it would spark. They showed it like earlier, like, so, yeah. But I mean, come on, like, it was Stone Cold. Like, he had so many more, and they were just so much better. Like,
I'm gonna give it to Stone Cold just for the motorcycle going out the window and blowing up the helicopter.
Yeah,
That one alone wins it.
yeah.
Yep. All right, Stone Cold. Let's see. Boom.
Clink says, "Dude, there was a biker Viking funeral."
Yeah, pretty dope. That's not the
Yeah,
but that's not a kill.
Bobby says, "Stone Cold, more and bigger." Yes, they very much were. And like, I do wish that he and Ice had thrown down a little more because they built up to it so much, and it just ended up being a biker race. But like, regardless, it was just so. I mean, the whole fucking thing was like so good. Like, and at the end, like that, like he doesn't kill anybody until the end. Like, until he has to throw down like this thing too. Like, he doesn't. He's a cop. He doesn't kill anybody until
Who's a
like
cop?
they invade Stone Cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't kill anybody until like the end when he has to. Like, and they invade the judicial building, the fucking courthouse.
Courthouse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who had a better villain?
Villain.
Better villain.
Yeah, I gotta go with Lance, man. Like Lance Henriksen was in your face villain. Like, again, so I enjoy when there are altruistic villains like Thanos and stuff like that. It adds another dimension. But I also, to me, as to a certain degree, like it's like these are the fucking bad guys. Like, that's to me like
You talking about Chains?
like I'm saying Chains, the biker gang. Like, this is the stuff, not Stone Cold, but that you show young kids. Like, like you should show them like. Like the movies like this where it's like they're obviously the bad guys, like they're doing bad things, and like I'm not saying show your kids show Stone Cold, but I'm just saying like let them understand later, what an altruistic villain is, and or us this and that villain is. But like these are the fucking like from the get go the bikers are the bad guys.
What about
And,
Professor
like,
Tanaka?
That's true. You very much know he's the bad guy. Whereas Young, the main bad guy, like again, who's and that's one thing that was good about this movie is like he's so worried about getting vengeance, and he was right in implicating Tanaka, and with the little kid, and he felt bad about lying to his brother, but Tanaka straight up did kill Kim. Like, Tanaka did kill him. Like, that was the murder of Kim. So, but who's worse, the guy who orders it or the weapon? And then, so that's the thing too. Tanaka was just the perfect weapon until Speakman came along. Like, it's almost like a replacement. You know what I mean? Like, so is Speakman then the villain? Meh. If he had actually killed Sam, would he have been the villain of the movie?
Good old Tanaka. They're both excellent villains.
But I'm saying Tanaka was just the weapon. Is Young the villain?
Yeah.
Or if Speakman had killed Sam, would he have been the villain?
Young is the villain.
Young is the villain. Okay. But if our hero had killed Sam, would he have then been the villain? A villain? So, again, we're getting into... Huh?
Yeah, it's just getting deep, dude.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
Chains
but
was the
whereas
villain
Stone Cold, they're bad guys. Like, you can tell your kids, those are the fucking bad guys. They kill people, they steal, they rob, they fucking kill priests within the first 30 seconds of the movie. They treat women like horse shit. Like, and that's one of the things too. Like, for a woke society, like this is stupid of an action movie as this is. Like, he was straight up like, no, you don't treat, like, this was one of the first movies where it was like, you don't treat women like that. Like, maybe they did show another woman's boobs that he was sleeping with, but he was talking to the, Chain's wife, and he's like, or Chain's old lady, and he's like, you don't treat women like that. Like, that's not cool. Like, I'm not saying it's a fucking...
Is the Perfect Weapon's dad the villain for being a shitty dad?
He kind of really is.
You created the perfect weapon.
Mhm.
I think
By being,
Chains gets the
yeah,
award for best
Chains
villain.
gets the point.
Chris said it right here. Boom. Chains all day. All right. Points.
So here's another bit of trivia, real quick.
What do you got?
What that reminded me from Stone Cold. Um, where is it? Da, 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 da. Um, Chain states, "God forgives, the Brotherhood doesn't." This is based on a slogan from the Outlaws Motorcycle Club, an actual motorcycle club. However, the United States Military Academy football team adopted "God forgives, the Brotherhood doesn't" as a team slogan for many years, players having first heard it in this film. The Academy officially removed the slogan in 2019 after learning that the phrase originated with the Aryan Brotherhood.
Oh shit.
Uh, so the U.S. Army military team, Mike Buddy, director of athletics at the Academy, West Point, said some of the players had embraced the phrase after seeing the movie Stone Cold. ESPN reported. The 1991 action movie featured former NFL player Brian Bosworth as an Alabama police officer who goes undercover in Mississippi to gain access to a white supremacist biker gang called the Brotherhood. Mr. Buddy also told the Sports Network that the former cadet who initially shared the slogan with the football team did not know it had racist ties, even though there's Nazi paraphernalia all over this film. But it lasted from 1991, assumedly, to 2019. There you go.
Yeah.
Uh, however, all that negative context aside, it was good to see a movie again that was not on the East or West Coast. To be, we're Southerners here, to be down here on the third coast, the Gulf Coast, like, something that's just not based,
Yeah, why didn't we get a scene from the LA River where they're like, how they always like Point Break, they always have the
yeah.
yeah. Um well, our next question is we got the villain went to Stone Cold.
Mhm.
Which movie deserves a sequel? Which movie deserves a sequel? I think Perfect Weapon.
I
Perfect
think
Weapon.
both of these movies could get a sequel.
I agree.
How,
I,
however, oh, dude, they should make one where it's like Stone Cold
I want to verse.
needs help and he gets help from the Perfect Weapon, dude. There you go, done and done. Tie it
I,
all together.
I want to see how many
Stone
movies.
Cold needs help,
Oh shit! There's a whole bunch of
but
Jeff Speakman movies.
yeah, like he's an he's an action star.
I
Uh,
didn't know he was. I mean,
uh,
there's 12, 17 movies listed here. There's
yeah.
more than that. That's great. I didn't
I
know he
knew
was.
I knew the name once I saw the name. I was like, I know that guy. Like that's like I didn't know I hadn't seen Perfect Weapon, but I was like I saw Jeff Speakman and I was like I know Jeff Speakman. Like, uh,
Do you know Jeff Speakman?
totally. I mean, I interview him as often as I enter Oscar Isaacs.
Let's see how many movies Brian Bosworth was in. Oh shit, he's in a lot of them. There's 12, 18. There's more than 20 movies up here.
I
Also,
haven't seen any of them except I know he was in The Longest Yard remake with Adam Sandler. Um, he was in, I like besides some football movies, like I haven't seen anything action wise, or maybe I have, but
Revelation
I know
Road.
Revelation Road or Revolutionary Road.
Revelation Road's one he was in.
Uh,
I mean, there's a whole bunch of movies. Uh,
Mel says I made Ethan Hawke jealous. I'm sorry, Ethan. Um,
I'm just sad
and
I didn't see Midnight
Bobby,
Heat. Bobby, what?
Bo- Bobby says Stone Cold already has one on YouTube, which I'm gonna watch. I like it. It's gonna be. I watched the Streets of Fire sequel, Road to Hell. It's it's on YouTube. It's not good, but it's not the worst. Like it's not the worst thing in the history of the world. Like it's not a good sequel, but it's like not. Yeah, it's not the worst thing in the world. So like, yes, I mean, I'm down for shitty movies. I like, but the boss who inspired Ethan Hawke to take his role in Training Day. True story. No evidence.
uh,
I
he's.
concur.
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna go with Clink and say Perfect Weapon. Who deserves a sequel more? I feel like nobody remembers Jeff Speakman. Everyone, if you say Stone Cold,
G-
knows what the fuck you're talking about. You know what I mean?
Clink, share the link of the video you sent us. Does anybody want to see that Jeff Speakman in a film? Did you watch the link, Clint?
No.
He looks like he looks like everybody's granddad.
Well,
Like,
dude, it's been years since that.
yeah, I
That
know,
was the
I
'90s. We're
know,
like,
but you don't want to see. You don't want to see like.
I'm not
Just
talking
like
about now. We're talking about who deserved a
no, we're talking about who.
right
No,
now.
it's not. There is no D. Look at your. Yeah, who deserves.
All right.
It's a S. Don't change it. Don't fuck. If you're fucking changing it,
I'm
don't
not,
change it. Why are you typing?
because I'm doing something real quick. Okay. We got Brian Bosworth now.
The boss. There he is.
The Boz.
Yeah. He looks like he could be changed in the new movie. Like it could be a
Yeah.
sequel where Jake Gyllenhaal has to take him down,
And he's
he's
still
the new
got his
Chains.
shades too. Check it out. He's got his shades.
Yeah,
His mullet
that's right.
looking
You
good.
still don't fuck with that guy.
And then
Or
um that's clearly the wrong Jeff Speakman. Uh the guy that popped up, it looks completely different. It's not him. It's not him.
it's probably him.
No, it's not. No, this is not him. Hold on. That's not him.
That's him.
That's a
totally
different.
him.
That's a different Jeff Speakman. Hold on. Hold on. We're gonna find him. And hold on here. Jeff Speakman still kicking ass. He's got martial arts in Spring Valley. All right. Hold on here. There we go.
Don't get a promo pick.
Dude, he's ready to
That's
kick ass.
That's fucking cheating. That is not the guy. It was no. That's a
Okay. Is this him?
he looks like somebody's granddad.
That's okay. Is that him?
No, he's way fatter. Way fatter. Like that's from like 46 years ago.
Hold on. I think I found him. Is this him?
I mean, I guess.
I don't know if that's him or not.
I don't know if that's never not either, but like the interview that like Clint sent us, it was like he
We're
was
not
like,
making fun of
yeah,
these guys. I want to know who looks like they're ready for the sequel. That's what I'm trying to nail down.
I'm just saying,
There we go.
like,
Who looks like they can kick whose ass? I don't know. I think this guy looks more like the dude. Brian
yeah, he
Bosworth looks
kind
like the Big
of.
Lebowski, dude. You just give him a robe. He's ready to party. And now who does I feel like Jeff Speakman is still kicking ass with Kempo, and I think if he's still doing karate, man. I think he's ready to. I think he should have gotten a little more recognition, and so my vote's
A
for
little more
perfect.
high for his yaw.
Yeah, man.
Fair enough. All right, I'm down.
Yeah. All right. Chris. Everybody's like, "Yep, that's him." Yeah, I think. Plus, you could have like a movie like Nobody where guys like not he's not in his young prime, but he still goes and kicks the shit out of everybody. I love that movie.
Yeah. Well, I haven't seen it. I don't know. I gotta watch it.
Not to mention, Stone Cold is cleaning up on points. He got points to spare.
The boss needs every point he can get.
No way. And also, Perfect Weapon's like, you're not going to get me charity. I'll fight my way back because I'm the perfect weapon. Okay, which movie did you relate to more?
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna go Stone Cold.
I'm going to go Stone Cold because
Yeah,
I had a good relationship with my dad. So
yeah,
I'm going to say.
yeah. Bare minimum. Yeah, my dad wasn't like, "Hey, why'd you fucking defend your siblings?" Like that was all my whole job in life. I'm the oldest of 6. That was my whole job in life. Somebody fucks with your brother and sister, you beat their ass. Like,
Yeah.
like that was it. If I did that, I was good.
And I always had a
Like,
badass. I had a badass mullet when I was in 6th grade. So I'm gonna go with. I can relate to Stone Cold.
Yeah.
Did you ever have a mullet?
I didn't. I did. Oh, and it was glorious.
Did you have a ducktail ever?
Yes.
Remember DuckTales? You have short hair and like one or a rat tail. It was a rat tail.
Rat tail. Yep. I had a Bart Simpson and a rat tail. That used to be my go-to. I had a Bart. I would go Bart Simpson and a rat tail. That's it. Whenever I went to the
That's what you would tell them.
Yep. At the beauty college.
Yeah, that's
go to the beauty college. You had to go. You couldn't go to like a regular haircutting place. You had to go to the beauty college. I'd be like Bart Simpson and a rat tail. Like,
dude, you get cheap haircuts at the beauty college.
Yeah, that's right. $5.
Curtis, he didn't watch it.
Oh.
I didn't watch it. No, I didn't. I think I probably received that while I was at work. At work.
To be fair, Clink, I didn't watch all of it. I watched about the first 20 minutes, and I was like, I don't want to see this fat guy talking about martial art.
Hey, man, don't be talking about Jeff Speakman. He's the perfect weapon.
He was just, yeah, he is, but he's all about some Speakman, baby.
Dude, these guys, Clink and Curtis, I'm in a group text with them. They will go down. We'll end up talking about stuff. And next thing you know, and I'm working. And then, like, hours later, I look and they're like, you missed 43 messages.
Yeah, that's what it is at nap time. Like, whenever it's like, I go, like, I take my mid-afternoon nap, and I wake up and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? But that's about to be over. So,
which movie would Ethan Hawke prefer? Biggest question.
The Hawk. Oh man, the Hawk would.
Why are you putting words in my mouth?
I'm trying to think of your past roles and
I like Gattaca.
Yeah, but of the two that we have head to head here, we've got Stone Cold versus The Perfect Weapon. So thinking of your past,
Before Sunrise is my answer all day long.
that's not one of the. No, we're talking about two different movies here.
Before Sunrise. Okay, before sunset.
So since you were Obi-Wan, I was thinking that
Moon Knight
that's
series. You bastard. I'm out of here. Wow. I would say Curtis didn't watch it. I like to party. Stone Cold.
Yeah, I guess Stone Cold, sure.
Stone Cold. Yep.
Because Gattaca leads to bikers.
I don't even know what that means. Holy crap. It was a first class ass kicking right there. Which I didn't know you could kick the ass of a perfect weapon. I'm the perfect weapon.
Well, you just point him in the opposite direction, apparently. Like, go fight Chains. And then, like, Stone Cold's like, okay, this is awesome.
Which movie made your butt pucker more?
I'll go Perfect Weapon, honestly, because of the elevator scene, which gets me every time. And I know that stupid fucking elevator is going to stop right before they get squished, but it still makes my butt pucker like a motherfucker. And yeah, so I'll go Perfect Weapon.
I can buy that. I will also go Perfect Weapon because nothing made my butt pucker in Stone Cold. Like, what does that even mean?
He was so stone cold.
He was so cold.
His butt was just loose and like hanging out, like ooh, corns are falling out his butthole and stuff. He wasn't even like worried about it a bit.
The one with the Nazis. That's the. Okay, and if you're on a flight, you only had time. You could only pick one movie. Which one would it be?
I mean, I'm probably going to go Perfect Weapon because I don't want anyone to see me watching Stone Cold if they don't, like, if it's not Stone Cold fandom. But, sorry, Mel. Sorry.
I'm going to go. What did,
She says, I'm trying to eat, Curtis. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Let's see here.
But it's true.
I'm going to say Stone Cold.
You're going to watch Stone Cold on a flight.
Oh, there's nudity, though. Yeah, that would make my butt pucker.
Nudity, Nazi paraphernalia.
Explosions, bad acidness.
I mean, it's fucking awesome. So if I was on like a flight to like, you know, action fan thing, I'd be watching Stone Cold. But like on a general flight, I'm gonna watch the one with the kid sidekick, like, you know, just to be safe.
I agree, which means Perfect Weapon. But
and Clink says, "Fuck the world." On the flight, Stone Cold. And then there's a girl sitting next to you, and she's watching the movie right along with you because you've got subtitles on. And then you see that, you notice that she's watching, and so you turn it off. And she's like, "Why did you do that?" And then you're like, "What did you think I would say at this moment when you're standing before me with tears in your eyes?"
And then she notices the naked woman in the bed, and you're like, that could be you if you're stone cold enough.
Yeah.
I've got an iguana and silk sheets, baby. And then she says, flight attendant, can I please get another seat? This guy's a creeper. That's how that
or at
would go
least
down.
extra vomit bags.
Yeah. You sure you don't want some nuts? Get out of here. Okay.
I'll feed you better than I feed my lizard.
I'm getting too these dude movies are starting to mess me up, dude. So I think the winner by a landslide, by 9-12, the winner is
That's not a super landslide.
Stone Cold.
Stone Cold.
Stone Cold, baby.
That's right,
And
gang.
yes,
Stone Cold's a winner. Let's see what we got. Chris Klink just fell in love with the hypothetical woman on the airplane. Fuck the world for the win. Yes, that's right.
somewhere in the world, that woman is flying around right now, and she's like, "I wish I could watch Stone Cold." Yep.
Yeah. If you fly Condor to Europe, they got 3 movies available, and 2 of them are Stone Cold.
Dude, I gotta fly Condor everywhere.
Guys, that wraps it up. The winner is Stone Cold. Be sure to subscribe, and when you're done with that, go watch Prey. Fun movie,
Yes.
free. It's on Hulu. Yeah, subscribe. Go watch Prey.
Well, if you haven't seen Stone Cold, go watch that free on YouTube first, and then go watch Prey.
Stone
Prey
Cold.
is a spectacular film.
Yeah,
but
you
go
could also watch
Cold
Stone
first.
Cold 2, apparently, and
Yep, I'm on that.
and then listen to Red Hot Chili Peppers on the Mother's Milk record. You could listen to Stone Cold Bush. That's another song on there. And on that note, we're out, gang. You guys be good. Go watch Prey. We will see you guys soon. Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Love y'all.
All
Don't
right.
sell my shit, dude.